Hi, this is Bird from Bird's SVGs, and in this video I'll show you how I put my Celtic envelopes together. You get three different designs in the collection. Two of them have the Celtic knotwork on the front of the envelope, but you still get a gap to write the name of your recipient. And then the third one has the design on the back flap of the envelope. All of the envelopes go together in the same way. The only difference is that when you're adding the liner to an envelope that has the design on the flap, you just have to be a bit careful about where you add your glue. So these two are going to be fairly straightforward. So I'm putting them together, putting the envelopes together as usual. Just add some glue to the bottom edge only of the side flaps. Bring the bottom flap up, and that's that completed. And then slide your liner in. Make sure it's central, so you've got a border around the top triangle there of the liner. And then you can add glue to the back of the liner. So it's pretty trouble-free when the design is on the front of the envelope. And that's that one completed. And then the next envelope has a frame knotwork on the front. So this is the same method again. So I'm folding my liner with the what I want to be on the inside of the envelope on the inside of the fold. Then I'm folding along the 4 score lines on my envelope, adding some glue to the bottom 2 edges on the side flaps, and then bringing the bottom flap up to meet it, just holding that for a moment for the glue to take hold. And then I can slide my liner in. And again, because there's no detail on the flap of the envelope, I don't have to worry about where I'm adding my glue. I can just add it to the liner itself. So when you pop your liner in, you want to make sure that it is central and it's fitting inside snugly, that the 2 fold lines are sitting correctly. So you have it, just add some glue to your liner, just the top 2 edges, just the top edge of that triangle, and that's all you need to do. And onto the third envelope. Fold your liner, and then fold along the 4 score lines on your envelope, and then you'll add your glue to the bottom 2 edges of your side flaps. And then the only difference with this one is, rather than put the glue onto the inside of the liner itself, because it could ooze through the design in the flap, so rather than do that, I try and pay attention to how much of a border I've got around my liner. And then I know when I add my glue to stay away from that far in from the edge of the envelope. I forgot to fold it there. Okay, so popping my liner back in, and then once I know how far away from the edge to stay, I, rather than pop the glue onto the back of my liner, I actually add it onto the inside of the envelope flap. So I'm just going to add a fine line of glue around the outside edge of the design here, making sure not to go too close to the edge of the envelope so it will show around the liner. And then I'm just adding a few dots on the inside of that design just for good measure. So that's all the difference is. If the details on the flap of the envelope, I just add glue to the envelope itself. So if you remember that, you should be absolutely fine. And remember, wherever you are in the world, there's a copy of envelopes for you, because these fit standard size cards. You'll find a US version and an international version within your download. And I hope your recipients enjoy receiving their cards in these envelopes.